So you received your Kaizen inserts in the mail, and now you're wondering what the best way is to cut your tools into the foam. Well, I'm going to help you with the first couple of steps and guide you as to what tools to use that'll make the process easier. So let's get to it. So the upgrade from the necessities bag is our Kaizen Cut Kit. And in the Cut Kit is the same items that are in the necessities bag, but with a few more options. You have 3 different size blades. You have the replacement blades for each knife. You have 3 markers and the Kaizen holster. From this kit, you can go up to our Kaizen Cut Kit Extreme, which has everything this kit has, with the addition of a scraper, a tape measure, and a hot platen knife. It also gives you 1 additional marker in this case as well. So I have 3 sample tools here that we're going to do some cutouts. Let's get started. So the first tool we're going to work with is cutting in this utility blade. This is a rubber coated blade, and we're going to use a long nose marker to trace the handle and go around it and cut on the inside of the line. So I'm going to take the 3/8 blade and I'm going to set it to the depth of the handle of this tool. I'm going to cut on the inside of the traced line. Now I'm going to move to the smaller blade, the 1/8" blade. This will allow me to get around the tighter curves easier. Now to remove the foam. One misconception is to take the foam and pull it out. You don't want to pull it, you'll tear the foam. You want to push your fingers into the slot and push them through the foam, sort of like a snowplow pushing their way through, separating the layers. You could either work at the bottom of the foam and pick it out as flat as possible with your fingers, or if you have our Extreme kit, you can use the scraper and flatten it out that way. That'll leave the bottom very consistent and smooth over the length of the scraper. The other option, if you are to purchase the Extreme kit, is to use the hot knife. This is about a nickel size head on this iron, and it has an adjustable heat setting, and you're going to want to turn it to about the orange point, medium heat. Otherwise too hot or too cool doesn't work so well. So you're basically going to take the iron and you're going to drag it across the surface. So after you mark out your tools, you might have some marker residue left around the perimeter of the tool. And if it doesn't come off during the cutting process or with water at that point in time, take a little denatured alcohol, put it on a rag, just give it a quick wipe. Alcohol is not a solvent to the foam, so it won't eat through it, and it's a great cleaning product for it. So now that the cutout is complete, we take the tool and we press it into the opening. So as you can see, when the tool is in there nice and flush, it's very difficult to get it out. There's no finger hole slots. So that's where the Kaizen holster tool comes in. You can easily apply your finger holes, give it a little twist halfway past the point of the foam where the tool meets the edge, pull it out, and now you have perfect finger hole pulls every time. Next, we're going to cut in a screwdriver, or any multi-depth tool is what I'm demonstrating here. So put the tool down, again hold it with your finger in the location, and run your long nose tracing marker around the perimeter of the handle. Now just do the thick part of the tool first, and then after you make the first cutout, then mark and cut out the second part of the tool. So now you can see I'm going to drop that tool right into place, and now the smaller part of the screwdriver is sitting flat on the foam. Now instead of tracing it with a marker, I'm actually going to use the knife and run the knife right against the tool and follow it for a perfect cut. Again, I'm going to use the holster to get some finger hole pulls in here. And now you have a perfect cutout for your screwdriver. So the final tool we're going to do is a wrench. This wrench sits flat on the foam, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the large blade first, and I'm actually going to ride the blade right on the wrench because there's no way I can damage this tool if the blade touches it. So now that I outlined that tool with the knife, I'm going to take this knife, I'm actually going to split that cut right in half so it's easier for me to have a starting point. And again, I'm going to push my finger through the layers, being careful around the end of the wrench portion to expose that perfect cutout. I'm going to flatten the bottom using the foam scraper. And before I even do a test fit, we're going to take the holster and put a little finger hole in it. You can also take your hot knife your platen knife, and it's just about the same diameter of the holster, a little less. So you can make your finger slot a little bit deeper so you actually grab underneath the tool. All right, so let's see how it fits. Perfect fit, first time. I hope this helped you stop the struggle in your new journey of foam organization. If you have any further questions or comments, just feel free to reach out to us through the website or sales@kaizensource.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Brian Way.